9 families whose relatives perished in last week's Gikomba fire tragedy will have to wait a little longer to bury their loved ones. The government says the bodies were burnt beyond recognition, and the only way to identify the bodies is through DNA examination. And as Mercy Kandi reports, pathologists at Gikomba mortuary say it will take at least 1 month to match the DNA samples.
The agony of waiting had just begun. That, coupled with the thought of seeing a loved one for the purpose of confirming their death, would be too much to bear for most. The Kenya Red Cross staff giving a shoulder, the tough moments lay ahead. By afternoon, at least 7 families were at the Gikomba mortuary to aid in identifying bodies of their kin who died in the Gikomba fire tragedy that claimed 17 lives.
We have successfully completed 17 postmortems. Of the 17, 9 persons were not identifiable because they had burnt beyond recognition. 8 people could be identified, and they have been identified by their relatives.
The post-mortem process began on Monday and is still ongoing.
Friend tukakuja hapa Gikomba, ndio niliweza kutambua mtoto hiyo siku. Bibi ndio siyatambua.
Hiyo siku kulichomeka, tulipigiwa simu, tukaenda Kenyatta tukamkosa, tukaenda Mama Lucy tukamkosa. Sasa kuulizia hivyo tukabe tukuja tuangalie huko Gikomba, tukampata huko.
DNA samples were taken from families. They will have to wait for at least 1 month for the results to be out.
County government of Nairobi is willing and will support families once the process of identification has been completed. We know who the person is, we know their relatives, and we know their needs. So that will also be happening as soon as we have the identification.
22 people are still hospitalized.
One of them, adult male, is in the burns unit and is unknown at this point in time. The others have names, so meaning the families have been able to identify them.
The government will cater for burial expenses. Bodies will be released to the families from between 1 week to a month once the process of identification is complete. Mercy Kandi, Citizen TV.